What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Truly Uncensored. I'm your host, Truly VOP, with my other two.
And see.
And Dan.
I love the enthusiasm there, Dan.
Hey, I'm trying to do something. I don't know what happened there. Listen,
It's all good. We'll get it all. We'll get it all situated. But yeah, I'm glad though that we could bring this back together. It's been a bit. So yeah, guys, we're gonna try to do Truly Uncensored with Dan every Wednesday. It's looking like every other Wednesday on a bi-weekly basis. So make sure you tune in and check it out. We went a little bit later tonight just because of a little conflict of schedules and shit. But hey, we're here. We got to do this shit for you guys. So, Dan, anything interesting in the world of politics or pro wrestling that you'd like to discuss right off the bat?
Oh man, where to start? I've been out of the loop here for a little bit. Listen, all right, let's touch on the wrestling stuff first, okay? There's something I've been meaning to say for a while, and I really kind of feel like the internet wrestling community was being trolled a little bit, including the Spez machine, fucking Meltzer and all them, and your favorite little screeching retard, fucking Alvarez. I do not believe at all for a second that Malaka, fucking Malakia Black, the Dark Father. I don't believe for a second that WWE accidentally made it a 30-day non-compete. I don't buy that shit for 1 second. So his wife comes back to WWE and then he's sitting there talking on ice about it and then magically appears because we all know the inside job. I do not buy that for a second. Do you think that WWE, in all its infinite wisdom, all of a sudden fucking just, we fucked up? I don't buy it, dude.
Well, you know what? The way I look at it is like this. I mean, like you're seeing in the comments, definite inside job, and it only gets inside jobbier with each week. But I think the perfect example of what was going on with that whole situation right there is we made fun of it in the news. We had to on the whole WWE scrambling to call Buddy Murphy and see if his 30-day clause was active from NXT. Just like really, you really expect people to buy that. You would think after all this time they would look at a situation like this and be like, okay, you see talents trading left and right at a rapid basis, and a lot of times without even the 30-day clause. I can think of a couple WWE guys that just showed up and not even a week after working with WWE. So yeah. That's the crazy thing too, is if these non-compete clauses are now a thing, what was up with all these other previous talents that were just able to show up? And a lot of them even had like Legends contracts, like locked in deals. And here they were showing up on AEW. So to me, that right there told me that something was extremely fishy. But just the rapid rate that you keep on seeing these talents swap back and forth is leading me to definitely believe, without a shadow of doubt, that this is an inside job. Now, something really crazy happened on Monday. I didn't watch this with my own eyes. I found out about it through the news. But, okay, so you know Bobby Lashley's little entourage of whores, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one of them in there that is an indie wrestler. Her name is Kelsey Hunter. And Kelsey Hunter is a talent that is signed to AEW Dark Elevation. So she competed for AEW Dark Elevation the same night that she appeared on Raw. Right?
Wow. Nothing to see here, right?
Nothing to see here, folks. Move along.
Yeah, and just like fucking Malakia, whatever his name is, Black, even sporting the fucking, like, the paint on the eye, selling the previous injury from Buddy Murphy, which, first off, I don't give two shits about that feud. And, I mean, I'll never watch it on AEW either. But, like, I'm sorry, it's too fucking interconnected for me. It is it's no different than when they're sending people down to NXT or sending people up to to the main roster back and forth and shit like that. That's what this seems like to me. I mean, we already know it's an inside job, but come on.
It's the biggest work going on in pro wrestling nowadays, is them pulling the wool over people's eyes like this. And you have to know that wrestling, it's a lot like the Illuminati. Very few people control what's going on. Yet it's made to believe that there's all these competing parties, all these warring parties. No, it's all controlled opposition. Always has been, always will be.
Yep. And I just believe that more so than ever before, because they were totally trolling the typical douchebags, and sitting there laughing at how stupid WWE is. Like, come on, and
Right.
and yeah, cruddy. It was actually no, Rollins made Buddy Murphy hurt Black's eye in that angle. So Rollins did Mysterio, and then fucking he made Buddy Murphy injure Aleister Black in that wonderful bullshit angle. So, and even though he was off TV for like 7 months, we're supposed to think that his eye is still fucking, Ray's eye got popped out and he's all good, but Aleister is still suffering those injuries, get the fuck out of here. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. And then if you even look in further into what Black is doing, it's all lines with who he is as a person, and that's somebody who's an occultist.
Yep.
And he just keeps on doing this throwback occultist shit and rubbing it in people's faces. So if it were one of those things where, like, let's say Malachi Black was a talented Satanist wrestler, if he were that, which he isn't, I might be able to be like, well, at least he's entertaining and at least he's marketable. I can forgive maybe his religious preferences as long as they're not shoved in my face. But in this case, not only are they shoved in your face, but he's just a terrible actor. He's a terrible promo. He's incredibly egotistical. And when you really look at it, the guy is nothing more than a poor man's CM Punk without the mic skills.
Yeah, yes. I would have to agree with you. And like, yeah, and Vic in the chat room, like, I'll say that. I'll give him at least credit for not being a whiny little bitch about Vince like everybody else and everybody's favorite. I'm sorry, talentless idiot Lana and all the rest of them. So yeah, he did kiss ass, but then again, his wife is there. And as you touched on in the last TWRP news, I mean, it's funny because I have zero fucking interest or love for Zelina Vega, but you know what? The more this is where I feel like the more they hate on her now and they turn on her, I'm like, well, I mean, I still don't like you, but at least I can respect you for freaking at least knowing what's up. So, I mean, whatever. Just like the other thing too, which I think is hilarious, Sasha Banks. So they turned on her because she liked and shared anti-vaccine stuff. You know what? Good for her. I mean, good for her. If nothing else, I think she sucks in the ring. I have zero interest in her, but you know what? Good. If maybe she's capable of a free thought all on her own, I'll give her credit.
Well, what that tells me is, me personally, I think that she's a very egotistical woman who thought that her clout online was enough for them to look past her saying something so blatantly right-wing as being anti-vax. And I think that was a situation where she gambled, and she gambled a little too hard. It came back to bite her in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah. So if it's legit, respect. If it's just her being exactly what you said, then, well, you got what you, know, right. It's kind of funny to me.
It's tragically hilarious. I will not doubt that.
Yes. So as far as everything else goes, I mean, how do we? I mean, I didn't watch Raw, obviously, and I don't know. Wrestling still sucks. Yes. As far as the chat room saying 69,000 views, yeah. Destructor beats it. Fucking TWRP beats Impact like fucking 3 times over. It's hilarious and good. And I'm not gonna lie, even though I didn't watch Raw, I was happy that the ratings went up just because the little assholes were cheering so hard for the ratings to go down. This still all sucks, but at the same time, just I like anything that goes on that fucking pisses them off. I really do, because Meltzer and Alvarez. Right? Like, dude, they actually it actually makes you fucking cheer them on. And I hate that shit because I'm not sitting here trying to be a WWE apologist, but it's kind of funny. And yo, I gotta ask you, NC, did you see the level of hate thrown towards fucking Girl on Cinema?
I saw a little bit of it. Actually, Truly was telling me the other day about JD from New York coming after Girl on Cinema. So, Truly, can you tell the chat room about this?
It's going to have to come from Dan because Dan's the one that told me.
Okay. Well, I'm just... Okay.
All I know is JD's a little fag bag bitch over there. sitting there picking on a woman because he doesn't feel good about himself in his mommy's basement with his little juice box and
All that.
his little pool floaties because he can't take a bath properly.
Yes.
And coming after a woman like that is absolutely, what the fuck is wrong with you? So Dan, you're gonna have to like fill them all in with the girl on cinema because I remember some of it because I remember I was getting ready to repost the tweet and then I couldn't find the tweet.
It was, she did her usual attacking AEW and saying that how could you say that you've been profitable when all you're doing is signing all these XWE talents and over 75% of your roster is former WWE people and is taking up all your TV time and you're not profitable because you're signing all these big money contracts and all this other bullshit, and basically talking about the abrupt failures of AEW. And then that caused the attack mode, and then JD had to do a veiled shot at her saying that, I forgot exactly how he worded it, but it was definitely blatant towards her. And then she responded to him saying, I'm glad that AEW's entire paid fan base is attacking me. I mean,
and then he blocked her right away. Like,
figure, because he's a bitch. That's what he does. But you know what? That's kind of GOC's thing, is she likes picking fights with personalities in pro wrestling to gain attention for herself. I mean, in a way, it's kind of a smart marketing strategy and how she's trying to get her channel out there and get her opinion out there. Yeah. But unfortunately, it is earning her a lot of enemies in the pro wrestling world right now. She is very, very hated by the AEW fan base. And I will say this, like, TWRP used to be incredibly hated by the AEW fan base, and nowadays it's not so much, because I think overall they're starting to see that we hate wrestling equally. It doesn't matter what company it is, where it's at. We're going to watch it and we're going to critique it like old school wrestling fans and talk about all the shit they're fucking up on and even give them pointers because we're good guys. I think with GOC, that's her biggest thing, is that she just loves trolling pro wrestlers and loves trolling these personalities, and that's just how she does.
She heals it up. And you know what? I mean, hey, do your thing. I mean, I see a lot of freaking hate going her way, and I'm just sitting there like, I find it funny because, like you just said, I see what she's doing, and the more attention you give, and the more you attack her. Like, she shared the private message calling her, that one guy called her a cunt and told her she should die and everything else. I'm like, wow. Like, it's just funny. But seeing everybody's favorite little midget go into attack mode is just priceless to me. But, in whole, what she said is 100% right.
Absolutely.
So, Absolutely. Whether you love or hate her, you can't take that away. And she got the response that she wanted. So, kudos.
Sad part is my Chihuahua has more bite than JD from New York.
Yeah, and the Chihuahua only has one too. So
yeah, pretty much.
Hey, don't talk about the purveyor of cocksucker connoisseurs. Anyway, but but honestly, like, as far as wrestling goes, did you see the SmackDown shit? How they failed to address the Uso thing?
Yeah, they pretty much glossed over it. We talked a little bit about that in the news. The whole situation there is The Rock is pulling strings for Jimmy Uso right now, and he's the one who's keeping him on TV. And I just think that kind of sucks that, you don't set a very good precedence to the company when you have a guy that now has 3 DUIs on record, and he's getting bailed out because big Hollywood star Rock thinks he can work an angle with him. It's like, come on, guys.
Yep. I mean, look at what they put Jeff Hardy through, whatever. Jeff Hardy is Jeff Hardy, but they put him through all that bullshit on TV and fucking basically had to make a mockery of it. And then Sheamus with the fucking barroom match and everything else and all that bullshit. But fucking Jimmy Uso, what did Jay say? I know you've had some hard times, but we family, we stick together. And then the big hug. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, if anything, that right there, because we were actually doing a dream booking on WrestleMania 36, and one of the matches that we were talking about is a blood feud between the Usos, where Jay finally gets pissed off with all the DUIs, all the tomfoolery from Jimmy, and cancels his brother and says, "Fuck you, I'm done with you, you're out of the family." And then they get in this violent blood feud that lasts like almost a year, and eventually make up after that. But it just sucks that you have such a great catalyst right here. If you have to keep the guy on TV, I get it. I understand. If you have to keep him on TV, go about it in a way where somebody's getting some heat off of this. That does nothing with what they just did.
No. And I almost wonder if Roman was even on board with it because, selling or not, he looked a little, who knows, playing it up, but I wonder how much Roman is actually on board with that or not. But then again, when Rock speaks, the world must listen,
Sadly.
Because he's the man, don't you know? So I just find that shit fucking comical. What else anything else in the wrestling world that you want to touch on? Because shit, man, there's always so much. But
dude, something kind of caught me off guard the other night. I was watching NXT, doing the NXT Sex live stream, and Mandy Rose showed up on NXT.
I saw a picture of that. I didn't see it yet, but yeah, I did catch that. Like, what's going on there?
So all I know is that she got transferred over to NXT, got drafted. Nobody said anything, and she's going to be working with Taya Valkyrie. So we'll see what happens there.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So they just broke her fucking team up.
They broke the team up. Yeah. I don't know what Dana Brooke's doing now, but Mandy Rose is now doing something with Aaliyah, Jessica Maya, Taya Valkyrie, and there's some sort of chick stable. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Oh God. Well, hey, I do like the continuity there from last week's NXT, the triumphant return of what's her face, Tegan Knox, and then all of a sudden, I'm on SmackDown, and I'm just Knox now.
Oh, hold up. I believe we have a faggot on the comments.
Yes, we do. Talking about the D punch. More like the D suck.
Well, not only that, but Stained is a band that hasn't been relevant since like 2003. It's like, why the fuck would you bring them up?
I mean, Aaron Lewis is doing pretty good for himself, making his anti-liberal fucking country songs. But you know what? I never thought I would respect Aaron Lewis, but then it's painful to listen to the shit because he sounds like a whining fucking dog. But I listened to his new single that he came out, and it was actually pretty good. I'll give him that. And it beat out Taylor Swift. So I'm like, hey, good for you. And you're attacking liberals, so rock on.
All right. I mean, at least he's doing something different, so I can respect that.
Yeah. It seems like they all eventually go to country. I don't know why, but what the fuck ever. That's on them. But anyway,
I've always looked at country as the most easiest, most marketable solution for a creatively bereft performer.
You said that very eloquently. In other words, if you fucking suck and nobody cares about you anymore, Hootie, and you become a country superstar, then you're good now.
Right?
Oh, dude. It's
fucking performer.
Yes, it's kind of painful. But anyway, so anything else you guys want to touch on for the wrestling stuff?
Okay, so for wrestling stuff, I can't really think of much more. But a lot has happened in the last week as far as news shit goes, like real news. One thing I just want to bring up that happened today. Have you heard about all the crazy shit going on in South Africa?
Oh yeah. What's a sign of things to come? Yes.
So right now, for those that don't know what has happened in South Africa, their former president got locked up. And because of that, South Africa has just been rioting like fucking crazy. They've been going stupid over this shit. And it's to the point where they are rioting so much, they've called in 25,000 troops. And they're doing an additional 25,000 troops because they're calling in reserves now to aid in all the rioting. So thus far, the number I believe is 72 dead, over over at least 200 injured. It's pretty crazy what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, they started the destabilization of South Africa many years ago, And
Yes.
now predominantly they're targeting white farmers. They were burning down farmlands, killing the families and shit like that. And now it's the situation where you see like the zombie-esque hordes coming towards the people, and they're opening fire and shit like that. It's just that's what they want, man. Destabilization. That's what they love. I mean, between the South Africa thing and then the Haitian president fucking, outwardly saying no vaccinations, we're not going to follow the WHO COVID protocols, and also bringing up the fact that they wanted to reopen the investigation of the Clinton Foundation from years ago, what they did in Haiti, and then we know what happened to him and his family only a couple days later.
Yeah. Well, and that's crazy too when you consider what happened to the Haiti president not too long ago.
Yeah. I mean, dude, it's pretty fucked up. You execute the entire fucking family.
Yeah,
I
dude.
mean, it's just more and more. What we're seeing is exactly what we spoke about how many fucking times over. It's all coming to a fucking head, and they have so many fucking shit, so many things going on all at once to try to generate responses however way they could do it. And they're going full bore. They're going out there with everything and anything.
Yeah. No, they really are. I mean, and it's not just in one continent. They're blasting everybody all at once.
Literally. But yet again, here we have the idiots in America burning the American flag, and then we have fucking Cubans, and we have people in Hong Kong and people in Taiwan waving the American flag. I love it. And then I enjoyed seeing the one Cuban protest leader that was being interviewed on MSNBC Live, and they asked him if they had any demands or requests for the president of the United States, and his response was, in broken English but fairly clear, was America has no president, and the rightful president resides in Florida, and we want nothing to do with the fraud in chief. And then magically they lost satellite signal.
Damn. That's why Biden was being such a dick, because he was on the news saying something about how they will not offer sanctuary to anybody from Cuba if they come across.
Yep. Isn't that priceless? So
Love it.
It's fucking hilarious. And yeah, Destructor called it. Yeah, America, we do look like a bunch of pussies these days. The rest of the world is fucking revolting and rebelling and doing everything. The Yellow Vests now in fucking France. Have you heard about this one?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, they're basically saying they're going to occupy the presidential fucking house or mansion or whatever, and then if Macron continues with the 100% vaccination rate request in France, they're going to burn down the presidential house.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were in the streets chanting liberty.
Yes.
And it's just so crazy seeing all these foreign countries who used to just kind of just bend over backwards to their dictatorships and their leaderships. Nowadays, in 2021, they're finally sick and fucking tired of it, and they're standing up for their rights.
Yep, and we're the weak asses now.
Right?
And isn't it sad? Like, I always hated France because it was easy to do, but then of course history,
Right.
and France was like the legitimate OGs of Libertad, and they allied with us in the revolution. And then remember, it was Thomas Jefferson who, after we won the Revolutionary War, he was ambassador to France and came back and said that France is at war with Great Britain and requesting our help. And what was the response? No, we can't do that. We're trade partners with Great Britain. And I'm like, wow.
Yep.
So even though France's famous way of defending itself was putting up its arms and saluting Hitler, I mean, it's like you gotta respect them for at least fucking being consistent. I mean, the Yellow Vest have been going on now for God, how long? Fucking, we're probably in year 3, and it's getting pretty fucking violent, man. It's getting pretty violent. And then the blatant bullshit, and Craps might not like this, of the fucking hair dictator Winnie the Pooh asshole in China basically talking about how, the day is going to come where they're going to reclaim it all. And China is also claiming that the day will come where Japan and Australia will fall, the Philippines, South Korea, and Guam, and of course Taiwan and Hong Kong. And what's the American response? Well, our Navy is getting training right now on how to be more racially diverse and wearing high heels. So, dude.
So that's what they're trying to do is they're going to infiltrate China with a bunch of trannies and seeing how many of them they can win over with makeup dick.
Oh,
Okay, I get it now. All right. I see the correlation.
It's kind of funny that fucking the U.S. Army puts out this video, right? It's a recruitment video, and they put out a woman in the U.S. Army talking about how she's proud to serve, and her two mothers are very proud of her. I'm like, okay, like great,
Jeez.
you have two mothers, okay. What the
Right.
fuck does that have to do with the army and keeping America strong? So what does Russia do? They put America. They show that video and they put Russia, like the fucking guy jumping out of a fucking plane, landing on a fucking mountaintop, opening fire. Dude,
Nice.
it was epically hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not fucking saying, Russia's the greatest, but you gotta respect the trolling abilities. It's fucking hilarious. I mean,
Well, one thing I've always respected about Russia is they're one of the few areas in the world that still has testicles.
Yes, and they don't hide it at all.
No.
And again, for everybody who likes to bash Russia, they're technically the first country that escaped the globalist hold over them. And though it may not be perfect or up to everybody else's standards, who the fuck are this is my point with American imperialism, period. We shouldn't be involved in any fucking foreign wars, but who are we to tell Russia how they should fucking live? That's not our world. That's not our fucking place. So stay the fuck out of it. I'm just saying. And Russia wants to show fucking, balls and fire and threatening to blow up the fucking British naval carriers and shit like that. You know what? Rock on. Like, I honestly, you do you. So it's just, I've never seen a level of weakness the way it is now, like how bad it is. And have you guys caught, everybody will bow down to USA, 5-finger dick punch. Maybe at one point. Yeah, whatever. I'm sure you do a lot of bowing. But anyway, fucking like, have you guys seen the level of fucking hate now and shade they're throwing internally at Kamala Harris? Have you caught this?
Yes.
I have. Truly, tell about this. What you've seen.
I've seen a lot. Like, I know that down south of the border, they don't even want her there. They think she's a joke. I mean, we all know that she's a joke. And they have been doing, there was another thing. Oh man, what was it? I was watching the news the other day. What was that about? Do you remember what that was about? I was watching the news and I told you about the Kamala Harris thing, and I was laughing because it was so ridiculous.
Well, I can tell you one quote that she said that was just had me kind of chuckling. Is she said, "Voting is as American as apple pie," and you look up the origin place of where apple pie was started. It was started in England.
Yes.
There was another thing that she said though, and it was supposed to be an American thing, and it wasn't. And I can't remember what it was.
She's a grade A dumb shit. I mean, that's just how it is.
I mean, it takes a lot of work sucking some dick to get to the top, but
Literally.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, her making the remark about, again, she's all about support for the African American community, but basically still saying that black people are too stupid to get voter ID or to find what she said, to make copies and whatever the fuck else. Like, bitch, just shut up. If you're gonna open your mouth, like, just have a dick in it or shut the fuck up, because you are the most worthless piece of trash whore ever. And to the multi-personality douchebag cocksucker in the chat room, that called me a communist for supporting Russia. No, I have something called balls, and a little bitch made fucktard like you is somebody whose ass I would whoop with my fucking both hands tied behind my back and both eyes fucking closed, because you're a bitch made queer. So,
I think he's got the hots for you, dude.
I know, right? You like me, fake? Like, obviously a little obsessed much, huh?
Right?
Which name will they use to say something mean about me again? I mean, god damn, you know?
I think that's what he's doing. I think he's hate masturbating to all the times that you mention him, and he's like, "Oh shit, he's calling me a cocksucker. Oh fuck, oh
Right?
it's on some more. Oh, step on my balls. Oh, spit on my face.
Right? And to Dave Green, of course, the problem with this type of video is you cannot skip forward. It's called a live video. We're streaming live. I've seen you comment on many videos how much you don't like them, but you keep coming back. So thanks for the support. And if you haven't mastered the art of figuring out a live stream is live, I don't know what to tell you.
He sounds like a very brilliant man.
Yes, obviously a scholar.
Well, he's on fascist books, so that says it all right there.
Pretty fucking much, but I see the comments come, and it always makes me laugh. Like I can't stand these types of videos. Then stop fucking watching.
Right?
They don't seem to get that.
They're trolls. This is all they have to live for. They love these live streams because it gives them something to do in their pathetic lives other than, just watch anime porn and, fuck their pillows. It gives them actual motivation to do something in life. We are their
Right?
motivation.
Right? Like
Well,
it's
get motivation somewhere.
David.
Troll must know David Green because he's sitting there saying he's cool.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're homies.
Yeah, they gag at each other's cocks.
So the 5-finger D gives you the 5-finger.
There's a lot of 5-fingering action going on there. Yes.
With the 5 centimeter cod. Anyway. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, man. It's I had to say it because these fucking bitches. But now, did you see where it began? It began in North Carolina, NC, truly. And the first assholes from the government showed up at the doorstep of a family to say they're from the government. And they realize that they have yet to be vaccinated. And they're here to help. It has begun. Now,
No.
don't you think that's so cool and loving?
No.
I mean, you fucking fascist, you. How dare you? How dare you? I mean, I keep hearing Reagan in my mind, the most terrifying words you'll ever hear. I'm from the government. I'm here to help. Why doesn't anybody say, how do you have access to my private medical records? And like, hello. I mean, what's now? I think that you both would agree with me that the obvious intention of this is they're hoping somebody's going to end up shooting one of these people.
Of course.
Yes. And people are saying that they come on my property, I'm going to shoot them. Like, listen, I get it, but that's what they want.
Yes.
That's exactly what they want.
Mm-hmm.
What our government wants right now more than anything is for white people to be so pissed off because they're seeing black people everywhere and Asian people and start attacking. And they want the fucking door-to-door SS Gestapo Nazis to be fucking shot and killed upon arrival. That's what they want. And it's just realize all the fucking pillars in the fire, if you will, because they are looking for anything they could possibly use to spark their fucking war that they control. Obvious.
True. But I think the biggest hole in their theory that they're not realizing is by actively pacifying and dumbing down society, you're making it to the point that no matter who is the scapegoat in this situation, it would be the white male, the heterosexual white male. In this situation, it's that person. Let's say in another situation, it's a black male. It doesn't matter what the skin color is. All across the board, we as a society, not us, but society in general, has become so weakened to the point that they wouldn't pick up a gun. They would go hide. It doesn't matter who is the scapegoat in the situation. And it doesn't matter the fact that they're making this a situation where, oh, look at all the benefits they're getting. You guys are getting shit on all the time. They don't give a shit.
Yep.
They don't give a shit because they know that there's no reason to pull a gun if you're not having a gun pulled on you.
Right? Like, dude, I can't get over this. Listen, we already spoke about the last show we did about how fucking dumb people are to just, basically sell their health for fucking lap dances, burgers, fries, and whatever the fuck else they're offering you to get your vaccine. So does any of this shit surprise you at this point? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's the level of weakness and this bow down and servitude is beyond me. It is beyond me. Now, remember, in that category, like you said, straight, white, heterosexual males, any person of color, whether you're Asian or Hispanic or Latino or fucking black, if you don't agree with the narrative, you are lumped into the same mold as white heterosexual male.
Wait, but I have a question. What about if you're a Karen? Does that count? Because apparently I'm a Karen.
Yes. Are you reeling from that comment? I'm sorry. I know you're hurt right now. Just truly,
I'm so butthurt that I just want to go in my bathroom and cry.
Viciously wounded.
I am.
Just get your shot and all will go away. I mean, this is our shot.
But after the second shot, you have to get the second shot for it all to truly go away.
Well, what about the booster?
Yes. Well, you gotta get at least.
The booster is like an added incentive. It's like insurance.
Oh, okay.
Yes. That makes you feel really good. You know.
Well, at least I know how to take care of that problem now. Thanks, guys.
And glad we could help.
You'll be okay. I mean, dude, it's fucking it's so epically bad. And I'm gonna say this right now. And again, as I always do, the preface is shit. So craps, control your nuts. Okay. Even though we're all fucking menial people in this world, we're all public figures, okay? So this is a public figure to another public figure who is obviously far more successful and almighty, and we should bow down to. But I'm telling you right now, I'm not advocating violence, but if I ever had the chance, let's say, to have a boxing match with one person, I would bypass Soros. I would bypass all these fuckers. Bill Gates. No, I want John Legend. And I want to say, this is your shot. And I want to beat you to fucking... I am so sick to death of seeing that spastic fucking retard on every goddamn commercial walking around like a fucking dumb ass fucking retard that he is, right? Mm-hmm. With the hands. This is our shot. This is our shot. This is our shot. We got to repeat it multiple fucking times because that's what Hitler said, right? You know, you repeat it enough, right? I have you seen the fucking TV commercials? Like, you can't escape it. You hear it. Dude, that evokes rage in me more than any of the other pre-programmed bullshit they're trying to do. Just him. I fucking hate him and his slut whore cunt wife. Mm-hmm. So, pedophiles, alleged pedophiles. Yes. But I'm just saying, I had to throw that in there. So, here's another question for you both. Did you hear the latest? It's all about, I saw something about dildos. Well, we do have the butthole tranny. What was it called? The butthole dildo fucking crossdresser that had children sitting on his dildo on his lap reading.
That's what you were telling me about.
Kofi Kingston was doing readings at a public library
with his Jamaican voice.
Sick.
But no, in the new interest of protecting your privacy and really caring about you and advocating for obviously our right to free speech, that the Biden administration and the DNC are now pushing for text messages to be censored. You didn't see that? Yeah, they want the telecom companies to stop the spread of disinformation by now censoring your text messages. Now,
jeez.
Yeah, this came out about 48 hours ago. And hi, me, Dan. Listen, you fucktardian asshole. You should really die. You are so fucking stupid. Like, you are so grammatically challenged. I know you're sexually challenged, probably testosterone challenged. Like, listen, we know you're a waste of life. But if you're going to try to troll me and pretend to be me, I have something that you don't have. It's called intelligence and the ability to use grammar, and I know how to type. So, hi, me, Dan. you really just show to the world your level of fucktardian. I'm a Q lover. Yeah.
I am Q. I am Q lover.
I am Q
I'm
lover.
a Q lover.
I am
Q
I
lover.
am Q lover. No, bitch. I am D, the almighty D. I know you get the D, but I am D and on. Thank you. So I mean, goddamn, the level of stupid.
I think he just exposed Dan's R&B side name, Q Lover.
Q lover. That's right. Me and John Legend are gonna do a duistic. I'm autistic while you take your shots, then, bitch boy. Yo, hey, to fucking whatever the fuck name you want to use. I guess now you're using the name Daniel Smigville. I'm proud of you for copying the name. At least you got that right. We know it was a copy and paste job. But seriously, I'm gonna say this. I got nothing but love for you, but please, you're not funny, you're not impressive, but do the world a favor and just die. But that's me, because I'm an asshole and I'm mean. But anyway, back to the fucking shit we were talking about.
Something when he just popped up and said that.
It was so fucking random.
Yeah, it was.
What?
The way you said that, you sounded like you were a bad guy from Batman.
No, I was talking about the Smariglio guy, how he just like popped up and said,
Oh, no, I was talking about how
Okay.
Dan just said it. He was like, so and just die.
it's well, in all honesty, one less autistic asshole in the world, the better. I mean, nothing
Right?
against autistic people, but unfortunately, they love pro wrestling for whatever reason. I don't get it.
Oh,
That's-
I am
I am a angry ginger. Hey, you dumb fuck. You see the last name? I know you can't say it. We know you can't spell it on your own. Does that last name really correlate to ginger? You do the math there, fuck boy. You figure that out while you're jerking off into a sock. But
Jesus.
anyway, but fucking yo, so actually advocating for fucking the phone companies to read your fucking text. That is fucking like wow. And you know what pisses me off is the fact that people are all upset about this, so they can't believe it. And then some say that's not true. They can't do that. Have you not been paying attention since the Patriot Act?
Yeah.
Like, yo, if you didn't know in 2002 that they could do it, and I'm sure they were able to do it before that, fucking Snowden and what in 2013 fucking came out with it.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're acting so surprised, so shocked.
Dude, the shit never went away. It's always been there.
Exactly. And this is just our new level of fucking tyranny now. And the Medical Patriot Act in live and in effect. You know?
Exactly.
I mean, there's so much shit to fucking talk about. Like we got to do a long form show soon and really like break it down topic by topic and just fucking go into this shit. Cause I feel like no matter, do I even address the stupidity? I got angry over politics and I think they're fake. Dude, like I know you're a product of incest. I know you fuck family or you don't fuck family, but I cry and I act like a big Republican, but I'm really a baby Pennsylvania man. First off,
what the fuck is this?
Right? You're obviously a pedophile. You're bringing babies up there. First off, come to my house, bitch. That's all I'm saying. You come find me. I'll do the world a favor. I'll do what your parents weren't brave enough to do and abort your ass late term. Well, I'll take you to Virginia and do it. It's all legal. But anyway, I act like the left is the KKK. They literally are. Yeah, you are one stupid, dumb fucking idiot. My God. But thank you for the entertainment. You know, and listen, dude, because I'm sure you're one of those fucking loser dudes. I want you to know that we're literally laughing at you, not with you. Okay. Like most do in your life. Okay. And I don't know if your parents are still alive. You know, I know they're related, but honestly, they should probably drop dead too for just birthing you. But anyway.
No, I do believe his mom is alive because she just sent me a text and said, sorry, I didn't swallow sooner.
I ain't Slipknot, bad baby Republican KKK. I'm sorry. It's so much fun. But anyway, I'll try to stop looking at them
I
morons.
think that's because I watch Fox.
Like, bitch man. Like, honestly, you
Is
don't
he
even.
on that?
Yo, we're totally turning this into a troll hunter show. Like, unfortunately, our all our trolls are one fucking loser. But
Probably he has the government phone in one hand and his mom pays for his cell phone bill in the other. And he's got the laptop and his game system set up so he can do all 4 of these at once.
Mommy, I'm back up, baby. Come back later.
I need my booster shot.
They say the third shot's the charm.
Oh God, this is great. And by the way, again, it just shows how don't go there, Destructor. I was about to do it. Like, I know I'm in a hotel, but I was about to do it pretty loud, and I got to remember my surroundings. But it's coming. But again, everybody knows Fox News is a piece of shit organization, and that became like an uncool thing to say like 9 years ago. So again, get with the times, fucker. Oh, do you fuck cats? Anyway.
I'm comments. I was like, oh dear Lord.
I'm thinking he probably does like
probably because that's the only pussy he can get.
There you go.
Yes. Oh God, I'm sorry. Okay, so please feel free to bring up a topic because I gotta shut up. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep having too much fun.
Well, we were talking about the vaccines and the bear virus. I wanted to say something about something that CNN medical contributor Leanna Wen recently said. She says that life needs to be hard for unvaccinated Americans with twice weekly testings. You asshole!
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. We need to make life as hard as possible and to segregate them and to let them know and scold them and demean them and belittle them. Yes. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Super cool.
I mean, well, CNN, I mean, isn't what's his nuts there? Gupta back or whatever. What was the dude that was jerking off on the Zoom call that they brought back? I can't remember the name of the fucking person. I was maybe not Gupta. I don't know. I can't keep track.
I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, literally jerking off on a fucking Zoom call and back on CNN. You know, these are classy people.
Well, and I swear these editing problems are happening everywhere. It's to the point, like, I don't know if you heard about all the cybersecurity attacks that have happened recently.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now we were talking on a Question News not too long ago about how the WEF, they had a big cybersecurity drill planned for the beginning of July. July 9th is when they had that shit planned. And lo and behold, a couple days right after that, all this shit starts kicking off. I don't know if you heard what happened with Germany. They basically declared a disaster after its computer systems were hacked and paralyzed. BSI, the federal cybersecurity watchdog, confirms this is the country's first ever cybersecurity catastrophe.
Yeah. Isn't that
crazy?
It's at such another level. Have they blamed Russia for that yet, though? I'm curious.
Not yet. They're going to get around to it.
Okay. Because it's only a matter of fucking time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because we all like to blame Russia as being the boogeyman and whatever. What?
Is my secret admirer. So probably not.
We're sitting here trying to have serious conversation, and come on, this is very offensive. You win, old troll asshole. Yes, Daniel Smirglio, you are too good, and we all bow down to you.
Jesus Christ!
Are your fingers crossed again, Dan?
Am I what?
Are your fingers crossed again?
Yeah.
Fucking
so please.
You, punk.
Yo. So regarding the vaccine shit, listen, the best advice I can give is if you're ever in a situation like in a Walmart and somebody asks you, if a cashier asks you if you've been vaccinated, ask that cashier, do you like anal sex?
You're asking me an uncomfortable question. I might as well return the favor.
That's right. And give it back to them hard. That's all I'm going to say. It's getting to the point, like, well, obviously, like I said, I identify as vaccinated. I am a recipient of the Pfizer, the Moderna, and the what's the other one? Johnson & Johnson. I've had 25 booster shots, and I am now known as Delta Dan. I already died and came back. So I am the super soldier zombie. But, you know, it's getting to the point where, and I think that's another method too, with just what you were saying about the CNN analyst. Like, that's another way of trying to do the reverse segregation, because we already know what they're trying to do, pitting blacks against whites and Asians against whites and everybody against each other. But that's the other prong in this fucking thing, is that they're actually using it with the vaccine shit too, which I just think is absolutely fucking comical.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, they're intertwining it because, I mean, we've talked about it before, how they have an agenda to reach in 9 years. And that 9 years is coming up real quick. So what they're doing in this 10-year period, they're really trying to ramp up every single agenda. Like every single agenda that we've ever talked about, they're trying to take it and put it on steroids. And some of these agendas, they're having to inter-agenda to the point where they're having to cross-promote other ones because they're running out of space. So like,
great?
Let's just take this fucking segregation bullshit, mix it in with this beer virus, and then after that, we'll mix in, people losing their gun rights.
Isn't that great? Like, yo, dude, that's what I mean. Like, it's what we said how long ago. It's so comical how fucking scattered they are with this shit and how broken their narrative is, that they just can't control themselves. They really can't. They can't stop,
Yeah.
Dude, is that a sign of strength, or is that a sign of one hand doesn't know what the other one's doing and they're fucking it up royally?
Well, I think it's a sign of them really kind of exercising their control on the nation. I hate to say it, but they have done a great job of weakening the nation and turning it into something like a low-grade idiocracy. It is getting very close to what Mike Judge prophesized, and I hate that. I mean, I hate that it's actually come to that, but that's what we're actually looking at right now. Unfortunately, though, for them, there's a large resurgence forming of people who are getting sick and tired of this here in the States. They just do not get the media coverage that other foreign countries, their liberty parties get. Like, let's put it this way. Like, I think other foreign countries get a lot more coverage of their people standing up and fighting against the government than our actual country does.
Yes. And did you notice, I think we addressed this once before, but did you notice first off, do you know that Australia is, quote, closer than they have ever been to a hot war with China? That comes from the Prime Minister of Australia. Literally just said that a week ago. And Nobody's talking about it. And then we have Japan putting up the red flags that, American weakness is showing, and how we're close to a conflict with Taiwan and China and everything else. Like, we know that already. Like, we know that's coming. But again, notice the countries that they went after: the Philippines, America, Great Britain, Australia, New Zealand, Japan, in a complete role reversal from World War II. Like, the ones they hit the hardest. Now, what's interesting is you had the Philippine president, Duterte, who the world hates him, but I think he's a fucking badass, and I respect the hell out of the guy. He takes no shit. But he goes, look at how weak they've made our country and the world by just using fear propaganda. And he said, I, as president, have no control over what's happening in my own country. He put it right out there. But they literally are, and France too, we'll give, again, France to credit, they're targeting the nations that are prone to standing up, that are prone to fighting. And let's face it, with the whole, black people can get the vaccine first, because they're afraid that black people would rise up against. So we have to fucking weaken them. Eugenicist, all throughout just everything that we see. It's just, it's so deliberate. And it's funny because Alex Jones was screaming about it the other day, and I actually enjoyed what he was saying. He goes, understand something. He said, I'm not condemning you if you decided to get your shot, go along with it, not whatever. He said, but there's a lot of people who received their vaccine and now they're not getting any more and they're going to fight against it. And he was screaming, they already killed you.
Mm-hmm.
And there was power behind what he was saying. If you really stop and think about it, he goes, over 20 million people are already dead. They just don't know it yet.
Yep.
And tell me, is he wrong?
No,
You know?
he's absolutely right. He's absolutely right. What we are living with right now is we're living with a nation full of zombies that all it's going to take, and I hate to be sci-fi with this or out of this world with this, but all it's going to take is the click of a switch. And with that click of a switch, you're going to see a lot of people change, and not for the better.
How do you think they would do it? EMP or just simply, people don't believe me when I say that they could freaking literally just, well, I'm fine. I got my vaccine. Like they could turn it on. Oh, what? They could target everybody? Yes.
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 Well, and that's the issue that they don't understand. And it happened not too long ago. And in fact, it happened pretty much when COVID was going down. And we were talking about what was happening is they were putting up towers everywhere.
Yes.
Literally everywhere you look,
everywhere.
There was a 5G tower being put up in every single area across the United States, Canada. It was being put up. Great Britain, exactly. Everywhere you looked, you saw these 5G towers being put up, and it was like an overnight thing where you just woke up and there's this shitty looking tower being hid by a palm tree,
Yep.
and it looked like shit, but nobody ever questions it or asks about it. They're like, well, it's going to improve my cell phone capabilities. No, in fact, what it's going to do is it's going to help them in activating what they need to activate when the time comes.
Yep. And if you remember in Great Britain, some people were burning the light in the towers on fire and shit. And they put armed guards in front of the towers and were arresting people that were pointing out the 5G nests that were being put up during lockdowns. And those people, of course, got arrested for violating lockdown. So, and then it disappeared from the news. So, and I know some people like to say, oh, it's a 5G thing. And they like to use it as one of the wonderful conspiracy things. Like you obviously don't understand what we're talking about. When people say such things, you don't fully understand what we're saying.
Well, they don't question. They don't have any logic to the point where they would look at something and be like, why is this happening? They never ask that question.
Yeah. And they just go along to get along. I mean, the same way that you could be on one side of the country, I could be on the other side of the country, and we could fucking do this shit right now. We could talk to each other. We could instantly text each other. We could do video streaming. We can make it like we're all together. We're like, where do you think this shit comes from? Like, what do you, it's the same technology. And believe me, they've had this in play for decades. Decades. Remember, it was Tesla that was talking about cell phones. And then it was, again, a mock version of a cell phone in the 1950s. So wherever we're at, and to your point before, they're very good at what they do because they've dumbed down a society. They've dumbed down a populace, not just in America, but worldwide. And really, if you really want to be technical and see, the smartest fucking people are the ones that they allege are third worlders because they're not as exposed to it all. So they're not as brainwashed, but that's why we got to kill them off, starve them, cause fucking civil unrest and everything else. We got to kill them off because, they might see through the bullshit too quick. Right.
Exactly.
But it's just so fucking blatantly deliberate at this point, how they're doing it, how they're rolling. It's almost ingenious. It really is,
I agree.
I cannot get over it, and I cannot get over the idiocy of fucking how people just go along with it. Again, that whole blind faith thing, Oh, it's meant to keep us safe. Okay, good for you.
Gullibility is something that unfortunately is going to kill a lot of people in this country. And all you can really hope to do in the situation you are as somebody who's just listening to this right now is to spread the word to people who will listen and hope that they can spread the word to other people who will listen and that we get more open-minded here in the States. Otherwise, the United States is fucked. I just think it's sad that when I look across the globe, I see other foreign countries getting their shit together and the U.S. is getting worse. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Again, you have other countries, other people in fucking Cuba, in Iran, in Hong Kong, in Taiwan, all over they're proudly waving the American flag. I mean,
Yeah.
they're chanting for liberty and for freedom.
Yeah.
And here we are, like, well, I get Krispy Kreme for free for a year because I got my shot.
Right. It's like, oh, it's sad. It's sad, pathetic, and it's almost like some weird sort of clown alternate universe. It's just, it doesn't feel like reality.
No. And here's something I won't get into because I don't know when you want to fucking when you want to cut it, bro. But how involved do you think? Because I never really went here with you. But obviously, we've spoken about it. You've gone in depth. But how involved with the globalist shit do you think that the alien life forms, like actual fucking otherworlders, are involved in this cabal, in this order? Do you think they are, or do you think that they are against it, or fucking supporting it, working with it? What are your thoughts on that? Because I know you actually understand this shit.
Yeah, my personal opinion about all of this is I think anything negative that you see controlled in the mass media is due to the cabal and due to their overlords who are actively wanting to make not just the United States, but the whole entire world into a dystopian nightmare. They want nothing more than to have humans as slaves that serve their bidding and do what they need to do, and then feed off of them when they need to feed off of them. Agenda 2030 is the perfect example of what alien life forms, negative alien life forms for that matter, want. And when I mean the negative alien life forms, I'm talking about two specific constellations, the Draco constellation and the Orion constellation. And essentially the beings from those two constellations teamed up and they form what is basically the superpower of negativity out there in the universe. And they really have crossed their tangles, not crossed their what is it, their tentacles, not just across our world, but other worlds, other dimensions. They're very, very powerful. And I think that they have a lot of control over what's going on. And if it weren't for positive forces like the Galactic Federation, which I've mentioned before and kind of in passing, but something I do eventually want to talk more about is the Galactic Federation. Because of the Galactic Federation, they've stalled what could have been something a lot worse. Mm-hmm. And they truly have helped us from a lot of nuclear attacks that could have happened. Because trust me, a lot of these world leaders, they're all working for the same boss. And when I mean the same boss, I mean the boss down below. And yes, all of this alien stuff, it all goes back towards just biblical stuff, just angels, demons, good, evil. It basic fundamental of what happens. And if you ever want to know where the evil truly lies, it always goes to the money. Always follow it right back to the money. And you better believe that the ones in power are the most evil out there.
Yep. And it's amazing to me. And did you see this stuff that's coming out now? This broke in the news earlier today. So if it broke in the news today, then we know that this is something that is just part of the plan, that they're talking about mass flooding that's going to be occurring because of a what was it? A blurp in the moon. Did you read this?
Yeah. I saw
that. Again, this is how we tie it all back to the climate change agenda is one of the many, but one of the main catalysts behind everything you've seen. Okay? Mm-hmm. So there'll be mass flooding because of something with the moon. Mm-hmm. So, and what are they going to say with mass flash flooding? It's because of climate change. So do you see how they're controlling that narrative and they're putting it out there? Just random shit. Now, every day we're seeing something in the news just randomly about, another UFO, and we found another exoplanet. We found another planet. We found another planet. We're the first on Mars with our Curiosity or whatever the fuck it's called rover. But now China has a rover here and they're doing more shit that we could do, but it's all good. It just got here magically, overnight. I mean, this is where we get into the blue beam shit. And do you see how it's just perfectly being all like combined and tied together?
Well, it's not only being combined and tied together, but it's also really being heavily put out there in the mainstream media. Like I was reading not too long ago that Branson from Verizon, or not from Verizon, but
Virgin.
from Virgin. Thank you. Uh, came up with his own space rocket to compete against Jeff Bezos' space rocket. So it's just like
Yes.
they're putting it all out there that a lot of shit is going on in outer space. And not too long ago, it was posted that Germany had just installed their own space command. So a lot of shit is being planned to happen and being disclosed about outer space. And it's only going to intensify as we come up on the next couple of years.
Oh yeah. Well, and Branson, he actually went into space over the weekend.
Okay.
So he went on, I believe it was Sunday, he went into space and he was all proud of himself because Bezos is going on the 23rd of July, don't you know? And, which I think is just freaking comical, of course. But,
Right.
like, honestly, I mean, what do you does anybody think that Space Force was just like a talking point that Trump could use? Like, listen, love or hate, he was putting something out there, but not many people caught on. And what has Biden tried to do? He removed the commander of Space Force, has pulled funding for Space Force, has done all this different shit, right?
Yeah.
Why? So that's something that I know for me when I talk about the things that Trump did wrong, obviously the vaccine shit. But when he pissed off the military industrial complex, the globalists, China, the banks, big pharma, but also he put too much out there about what's going on in space. And it was his doing that has caused these declassifications, if you will, of all the UFO shit. Right?
Exactly.
So now they're just they're rolling it out. They package it how they want and they're just rolling it out, you know?
Well, and I think Biden desperately doesn't want anybody finding out about a CIA leak about what's truly going on out in outer space, and that is the ICC. And that is essentially what happened is some of the top corporations that have kind of been led to look like shit here on this planet, they have actually transferred their operations over to the Mars and Moon, and that's where they're continuing their operations right now. And I believe it stands for the Intergalactic Corporate Council.
Yes.
And it's all these top level corporations that were previously made to look like shit here on Earth have gone over there, are doing a lot of funding, doing a lot of building. They have a lot of financial backing. They're backed by negative entities. And a lot of these fuckers, if you wonder why they're so into the occult, that's because that's exactly what their overlords are into. So it's just next level ass kissing if you really want to look at why they do the weird shit that they do.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because, people never talk about it. But again, Hitler was planning on bombing the United States using an orbiter. Mm-hmm. And this was in the 30s and 40s, but apparently didn't have the right materials to build it, blah, 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 blah. But that's all declassified. You could find that as public record, right? And I used to hear that stuff first about Antarctica. Then I heard about the moon stuff and I heard about the Mars stuff. And at first, I never actually bought into any of that stuff. I'm like, I don't know about all that. Like, I don't know how true that is. But man, has my opinion changed? Because if they were able to get there and be in the space in the fucking 40s and 50s, what have they really been doing?
Exactly.
I mean, come on. So we could get these fucking rovers that magically appear and land on Mars, and they keep going over the same area, and you see the same bullshit. What's on the other side?
Exactly. That's what I want to know. Exactly.
Yeah. It's far out, but there's so much truth to it. And I think anybody that thinks that just like these magical radio waves and these signals we're getting from space all of a sudden and from different galaxies, come on. Like, You really think that's just random shit? I mean, I don't know. It makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder how far they've gone and what they're actually doing. We know what the end game is, obviously. They want Earth to be fucking, essentially totaled,
Yeah.
Anyway, I would love to go deeper on this one day because I'm fascinated by this shit, and you are far beyond the subject matter expert in this world than I am, but I find it absolutely fascinating. And there's just so much shit that if you really look into it, and even on Earth, if you really want to look at it, just pay attention to Antarctica and shit like that, right? But then beyond, man, there's some crazy shit going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely would love to dive into that someday.
Yeah, that would be freaking cool because that's just a whole other freaking world. But anyway, okay, sorry, I'll stop my rambling.
You're good, bro.
So I don't know if you want to wrap or you want to keep going. Completely up to you. I want to make a quick announcement that I do have to play a quick video before we end the show.
Oh yeah, please go for it. Yeah. Show what video you got.
Oh, okay. So everybody, and some of you know what I'm gonna play, but I feel like it's my duty to play this video for you always. Enjoy.
I have a pep in 9 step from getting my first COVID-19 vaccine.
Vaccinate, vaccinate, make an appointment. Vaccinate, vaccinate, make an appointment. Vaccinate, vaccinate, get rid of COVID. Vaccinate, vaccinate, get rid of COVID. Shut the arm, shut the arm, turn it on. Gotta make time to go. Gotta make time to go. Switch on, make it through the clinic. Now it's time to vaccinate and shake back the world. Line up for life, 6 feet apart and don't you worry. Don't stay home, please wear your mask, we've got to hurry. Vaccinate, vaccinate, make an appointment. Vaccinate, vaccinate, make an appointment. Vaccinate.
I have a pep in 9 step from getting my first.
Okay, I just will. I love
Jesus
that.
Christ.
I love that video, and everybody needs to see that video over and over and over again because it makes me laugh, and I hope it gets stuck in your fucking heads because yes, Destructor, I agree. That is a masterpiece, and it is fucking epic. So you're welcome.
Oh shit.
Get your booster shots, people. Oh god, I just whatever. And credit to band.video. Thank you. So fucking I guess we're not going to go into it now, but there's some big news coming, people. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, so that big announcement is coming very, very, very soon. And
Prep him on social media today.
oh, did you post the tease?
I did.
And did everybody see?
Made for TWRP and VOP.
That's what I was gonna say. Has anybody seen the new logo that fucking Truly put out, which is badass? Fucking, it's good shit. It's good shit, pal. Fucking, yeah. I truly enjoy it. And yes, the big announcement. Do we want to decide on air when we're gonna make it public? Like, just for shits and giggles, like.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm cool whenever you're free to do this. Whenever you feel is the best to do this, I say go for it, man.
We'll be right there with you.
Yeah, this is your channel, your station. So I mean, whenever you're ready to let the cat out of the bag, I'll be behind you 100%, man.
Well, this is all our baby now. Come on, but.
Cool.
Yeah, I think what we'll need to do is like a special live broadcast where it'll just be like, maybe it's only like a 10-minute fucking breaking news fucking live show, and we make the announcement and we can get everybody together because it's really freaking cool and there's big shit happening. And finally, instead of just promising you all that things are coming, now we could actually say things are coming and it's going to be fucking badass and we're going to a whole new level. And it is going to be priceless and amazing shit. So, and I'm being very reserved. What was that?
I've been geeked out about it the last couple days.
Yeah. It's really freaking cool. And also, I mean, well, I'm not going to give anything away. I'm going to be nice. I did break it. I gave the exclusive technically to our regular audience that listens to the website from all over the world. In one of the after shows last week, I dropped a pretty significant tease because, hey, no offense to everybody listening right now, but they were kind of our loyal OGs from the very beginning. They just can't interact with all of you. But no, we're going to make the grand announcement very, 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 very freaking soon. And it is awesome. It is epic. And it is going to up our game. And it's going to give all of you really freaking awesome, badass content. And the the partnership that we have going here is just going to expand and grow, and there's going to be so many different ways to fucking just be a part of what we do, and it's exciting. And this is me just talking like, yo, anybody who knows me, you know that I've been dealing with a lot of sickness and a lot of bullshit and a lot of crap, but this legitimately is the one thing that has really just friggin' kicked everything into another gear, especially for me, and I'm humbled by it, and it's badass, and I promise you it's going to be really cool for everybody. So, you know, shout out to everybody in fucking VOP world, all of you that fucking listen to our shit, even the trolls that hate us because you count as active listeners. I use your number to sell, but like to everybody in the fucking VOP family, the TWRP family, our United fucking family, our fucking everybody, the extended multiverse of what we do. I promise you what's coming is going to be fucking epic, and it's really fucking cool. 2 steps. There's 2 steps to this. It's one ball is going to drop, and then the other ball is going to drop. But the first ball is going to drop. It's pretty fucking epic. And the second ball, that's even bigger. So that's all I'm saying. Okay.
Yes.
Sorry, I get a little antsy about this shit, so I'm going to shut up.
Well, let me put it this way, and this is a little bit of a tease, but it was always one of those things where I always envisioned the people at VOP, their voices not only being heard on this planet, but all over the universe. So I'm going to leave it at that.
That's badass. You do it better than me. You're all succinct and shit. Me, I gotta say, fucking, you know, a 35-minute ramble to make one quick point, but it's all good.
It's all good, brother.
Oh shit. Anyway, okay, I'm good now. So, hey, you let me know, man. Whenever you want to end it, like I said, and don't worry, next time we come back, we'll give you our full-fledged show. I promise. You know, but fucking, this was fun, of course, and. Yeah, yo, thank you, Victor. Thank you, Vic. Fucking destroy everybody. Thank you. And I'm happy so many of you are a part of, and hopefully more of you are going to be joining up. And yeah, there's some cool shit coming, you know, and new shows. No, you know what? You son of a bitch.
No.
You know,
Go
all I
figure
gotta,
No.
all I gotta say is, you know, from the bottom of my heart to all of you, you see that, Bruce? You see that, Bruce? That's
the middle finger is being extended from Truly.
That's said with love.
Y'all aren't sorry. Don't even be playing like y'all sorry now.
Yo, you know what's great? No matter how bad my voice sounds or however shitty I am, no matter how I do it, it all works.
Always does.
And I promise you, you know how you have fucking that Braveheart? What's that shit he yelled there? You know, freedom or whatever the fuck, the epic call. You know,
right?
Yo, day one of our epic event that's forthcoming, and when we make this whole giant relaunch, I'm gonna start off by welcoming you all and just screaming Bruce at the top of my lungs for as long as I possibly can. You're welcome. And we're going to record that shit and play it on a loop sometimes. I'm just saying, but yeah.
I love
it. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, but everybody, obviously, yo, thank you. You fucking antagonizer. Hey, so which ones are you all going to buy? The Bruce shirts with the C or the Bruce shirt with the S? That's the question. Or you need to get one of each.
I'm even working on logos for that now.
Well, you need to get. We'll try to do it where we do a little something different on each shirt. You know, so you're really getting quality. Victor's got it. You got to do both.
Oh yeah.
And then maybe, who knows? Maybe we can all get together somehow. I don't know, in the future, and autograph that for them and send it to a lucky listener.
I'm gonna use a silver marker because I want to be cool. One of those silver Sharpies, you know.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. And remember, VHS, you get charged extra. And well, actually, no, fuck you, Destructor, you too, because you made your debut in a Thursday show there. not last week or the week before, right? Whatever the fuck it was. So yeah, so now you get charged extra too. You got paid $2 a shirt.
Good. There you go. Make a little profit.
All
That's
proceeds
right.
go to VOP and TWRP, and all extra shirts you can purchase, and we can send to JD from New York with love from TWRP and VOP.
Listen, we already had.
Can we like rub the shirts in dog feces and like a couple of dead birds in there too?
I can even do one better because bearded dragon shit is worse than dog shit.
Okay, so bearded dragon shit, dog shit, animal
Just saying.
carcasses. I'm trying to think of everything we can send to JD with the shirts. You know, to kind of like spruce up the package.
Gnarly, so
We'll have that like a special Patreon package that, you know, if you want to actually watch the live stream of rubbing said shirts in feces before sending it out for only $75, you can watch the destruction. And
no, like you don't understand. If we put dragon shit in there, this poor man would pass out before he could even get the box open.
I don't know. He's used to sniffing cat ass, so he
That's true.
might be immune to that. You never know.
Oh my god, it's so fucking bad. But yeah, we got to do something special with that. That's all I'm saying. So there you go.
Absolutely. I'm down, man.
Is expired dog. That's too good for him. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, he doesn't need the fucking botulism. He needs. It got to be a whole nother level with him. That's all I'm saying. You know.
Yeah.
But
I
hey,
think it's cookie and take it with this juice box.
Never know. You never know.
listen, and real quick, we've. When is the Thursday show coming back? That's a good question, brother. It could very well be tomorrow, but at a worst case scenario, the Thursday show will definitely be back next week. So we'll have a full lineup next week and everything else. I had to travel and everything else. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow or maybe some version thereof, but definitely next week, full form. So I'll let you all know. And then we're going to be consistent. We're going to be good with that. But no,
So,
we
I'll say
God.
this much though. Hey, if you are going on tomorrow, I'll join you.
No shit.
We're
Oh,
on
dude.
vacation.
Dude,
Go for it.
you see, he's trying to fucking antagonize me now, the prick, you know. Not UNC, of course, but all right. Then we may very well have to do that shit. Okay, all right. Just pay attention. You'll see the notifications. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
I won't be able to yell as much because I'll still be in a hotel, but that's okay. But listen, seriously, this is I know it's 11:56 here in the East, but my final words. Last show was fucking hilarious. We went all over the fucking place, and we had VWE, we had Destructor, we had VHS, we had our regular fucking crew. It was a crazy ass show, and I even still managed to pull in at least a 46-minute rant. So anyway, but we've heard the challenge from NC in the past, so we've already done epic shit. And this might not be epic to some people in the world, but we don't fucking like them and fuck them. So we brought Smarkbusters and TWRP together, right? And had a Love Fest show. Fucking awesome. So listen, we need JD from New York to answer the call and agree. I'll even keep it nice. Agree to do a show with TWRP.
I've been trying.
Yeah, but he
I've
keeps
been
blocking.
trying so hard. I go troll his Twitter and even leave comments that we want him on the show.
I know he won't do that, but I still want the boxing match. You were, but
Oh, dear
I'm
Jesus,
trying.
that's all you want. You don't even want. Oh my god.
Well,
Okay.
I'm willing to have a civilized conversation with this retard.
Yes.
I'm willing to have a civilized conversation with him, but if he gets sarcastic, then I'll be like, yo, bro, let's lay down a date and have the boxing match happen. The fans want to see it.
You know what? You just want me to be on your show for clout. You know, fucking. It's just like Bruce. It's the same thing Bruce would do. You know, you just want to use me for fame because I have so many followers. You hear that, Bruce? You hear that shit, Bruce? Like honestly, yes, Victor, you are right. He does. He really does. So it is possible, but he'll think that he's still high and mighty and shit that in reality, I mean, I know I speak for myself, and I'm pretty sure I speak for the two on the show right now, that we really don't give a flying fuck about his 26,000 or 30,000 fucking we don't care.
No.
That has nothing to do with it. But a civilized conversation could be very entertaining. If not, Alex Jones already announced it. He's doing a charity boxing match against 10 midgets. So I say NC and JC versus one midget, or just NC versus a midget. I don't know. But if Alex Jones could box midgets for charity, come on.
Okay,
Why not? Why not, dude?
Well, if we do get him on, one thing that I need to know is if I need to go put my cats in the other room, because I don't want him getting all excited hearing my cats meow in the background.
I'm not going to fight a midget with a boner, okay? I'm not going to do that.
NC, did you hear the real breaking news that matters more than anything else in this world right now?
Please throw it on me. What do you got?
Oh God, you haven't heard. Twitter is up in arms in excitement. Do you know that? Oh my God, AEW sold out in 8 minutes.
No way.
I know. Calm yourself. I know it's exciting. I know it's mind blowing. It was like what? It's like somebody said 12,000 tickets, and they were very meanly corrected that it was like 14,000 tickets. I don't know about you, but I fucking instantly had an orgasm, and I was so excited when I heard it. Like, oh my God. I mean, WWE sold out the fucking big ass Houston thing for this coming SmackDown. That's like 22,000. We don't talk about that. No, because they're failures and they suck and they're evil. But you know, the AEW sold out in 8 minutes. It really speaks to just how popular they are, you know, and just, you know, the drive and just how passionate the fans are, and you know, it's really an amazing feat. When the fuck has that ever been an amazing feat? Didn't that shit end in like 2000 when that was like, oh, it sold out in 30 seconds? Yo, when you reach Metallica level, all right, when they announce a show and it's sold out before they finish the announcement, I'll be impressed. But like, come on. AEW sold out arenas, not AEW. Fucking TNA sold out arenas too, way back in the day. It wasn't that impressive, okay? But
right.
I had to throw that in there as a little bit of an ad lib, but it was just so exciting to see all these fucking cum stains absolutely exploding, and you could hear the screeching from fucking heaven of just all these people like so impressed by it. And I think I never comment, but I did make one comment somewhere. I'm like, yo, like, fucking WWE sold out their Money in the Bank thing. Like, it doesn't matter. Okay, cool.
Jesus Christ! And well, you would think they would look back to when AEW scalpers, they did the same shit for an AEW show, and you were able to go on StubHub, and it had like a good 8,000 of the 10,000 tickets available on StubHub back up for sale.
Yes. And you'll forget that all these wonderful sold out shows, and they were too stupid with their camera work, and they literally showed the half empty arenas.
Right. Fucking idiot.
That's WWE Dynamite for you, bro. I mean, nothing but the best. I'm sorry. I know that had nothing to do with anything, but I was just so excited. I had to bring it up because I feel like I would do the IWC an injustice if I don't talk about the amazing achievement of AEW. I mean, they oh God, fucking amazing. You know, I can't wait to see the future of wrestling. Cody and fucking Malaka Black and fucking Idol up the ass and fucking the Murder Hawk and some young upcoming talent. Maybe they'll move the young and upcoming talent like Mark Henry, Christian, and Big Show off the dark and put them on that show just to really pop the fans. Ooh, but don't worry, another dildo, another big reveal is coming. Tony Khan I just want to let everybody know that this is only the beginning, and we have another big surprise coming. Nobody cares.
Seriously.
In the real world, anyway.
It's just going to be like the repackage of Buddy Murphy. It's like nobody fucking cares.
Right. Or
Done.
Daniel Bryan. Who cares?
Yes.
Yo, like, honestly, fucking, whatever. Fucking, Malaka fucking Black kicked Arn Anderson. Oof. Right there, everybody. Arn Anderson. Like, all respect to Arn Anderson, but, He's in the middle of the ring getting attacked by fucking, Mad Dog, whatever the fuck his name is. That's the future of wrestling right there, bro. Arn Anderson taking the bump. And of course, I have Cody, because everybody's been waiting to see that dream match between Cody Rhodes and Aleister Black. Said nobody ever.
Right, seriously.
But think of all the dream and Daniel Bryan. If he goes there, he'll get to fight Kenny Omega. Jesus fucking Christ! Who the fuck cares?
Nobody fucking cares at all,
dude. Give it time. Give it fucking time. Listen, the more important news story was literally Brock Lesnar sporting a fucking a beard and a ponytail versus anything that's come out of AEW in the last fucking 2 months. All right,
and that's sad. And that's sad. We're talking about some guy who doesn't even fucking care about pro wrestling anymore, and him dressing like a Viking, and that's more important. It's just Jesus.
Right? It's just fucking comical, man. Like that got so many more fucking retweets and impressions and shit than anything that fucking AEW put out. But don't worry. NC, will you do me a favor though before we end this? And I know I keep talking over. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to both of you. No, I'm a dick. But will you please tell me what Brian Alvarez thinks about tonight's show and everything we just talked about?
You're talking about the AEW show, right?
Anything. Whatever Brian Alvarez wants to say, how would he say it?
This fucking Money in the Bank, nobody gives a fuck about it. This stupid WWE pay-per-view. It's obvious that they're just going to show the same fucking results that they show on SmackDown and Raw. Fucking stupid Vince McMahon and fucking stupid Nick Khan and fucking stupid Bruce Pritchard. They're all pieces of fucking shit. They all wish that they had a 16th of the talent that Tony Khan had. He is a masterful booker and promoter.
Hello. Thank you. It's been too long. Now, Brian, go put out that infamous tweet that everybody waits for. 610,000.
Huge number. Massive.
Amazing. Fucking hell, dude. Okay. Yo, like I said, man, when Betty White fucking is revealed as an AEW wrestler, you let me know. I'll pay attention then.
Right.
It's the future of wrestling.
Seriously.
Yeah, I said a long time ago, we got to save Joe Biden's dogs, and I want to save JR too. Get that man out. Anyway, but whatever. Oh, well, here's something I just wanted to throw out there quick too. I know I keep saying this shit. You can tell me to go fuck myself. I won't be offended. And to say shut the fuck up and let us end the show already. But I will put this out there because why the fuck not? But Voice of the People USA Radio LLC Network LLC. Let me say it all, all proper. Yes, we are official with our entity number and our fucking tax ID number now, so we're perfectly aligned to get fucked by the Fed. But we have joined the class action suit. Jesus Christ, suit. I have made the executive decision. I did. I didn't contact NC. I didn't contact Truly, Carrie, Elias. I didn't talk to anybody. I didn't. I was a dick. And I said, I'm going to do this. But we have joined the class action suit that Donald Trump has filed against all of big tech. Since they like to censor us, we are officially a part of it. So,
nice.
Yay. There you go. High five.
Seriously. Yeah, no, that's something that I fully sign on for. And I would have told you, please get on that shit because, it's gotten to be overkill. It's really gotten to be so bad. And more than anything, we need to start taking these tech giants out.
Yep. Will anything come of it? Who the fuck knows? But at least it's some type of pressure from someone doing something, And I think at last count, we're up to 13,000 people have joined the suit now. Yeah, and it's only going to get bigger. So you know what? Fucking bring it. And how about when Florida, when DeSantis passed a law that you could now sue big tech every day you're censored, they could be fined, you could sue them. And a federal judge in Florida said, nope, that's not going to pass, and shot it down. So a federal judge protecting big tech. Look deeper, people. Look deeper.
Seriously.
Anyway, whatever. Okay, so I'm done now, bro.
It's
For real.
all good, man. It's all good. It was all relevant information that we needed to hear.
Damn straight. All right. So yes, if the show does come on tomorrow night, you heard NC make a verbal commitment. You got to hold him that.
Yes.
Just call
But-
me. I'll just send him on over. I'll let him go play tomorrow.
Aw. Anyway, all right. So everybody, it's been fun, and I love you all. And you two could take it away.
All right, guys. So, yeah, much love, and thanks for joining us for this Truly Uncensored with Dan. And we will be back in an every other week schedule. So we will be back, what is that, on the 28th?
I guess.
We'll be back on the 28th. So July 28th, join us. We'll be back in full force. So, yeah, peace out, guys.
Hold on.
What?
I didn't even get to say goodbye, and they can sit here and talk this whole entire show, guys.
Jump in.
So now I'm
Jump in.
Don't forget to check out.
The water's
We
warm.
are no longer truly impacted. We are now TMI. So make sure you check us out on VOP USA Radio tomorrow morning, 8:30 Pacific, 12 or 11:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're changing it up by about a half hour, and we're gonna probably be online for about an hour tomorrow as we go in and we get into some deep topics onto our show in the morning as well. So make sure you check out TMI on VOP. Much love to you guys. We will see you we'll see you tomorrow. So y'all have a great night.
There you go. And yeah, and the Pinoy Voice will be live, as far as I know, at 8 a.m. Eastern tomorrow, which is 8 p.m. in their time in the Philippines. So they'll be doing their thing as a lead-in to the TMI. I like saying that so much better than Truly Impacted. I don't question. Anyway, okay. So all right. Much love, everybody. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.